Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Here's a quick message from our sponsor, Local Works Wheat Ridge, provided by its Executive Director, Paige Piper.
Local Works is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to make Wheat Ridge a more vibrant and sustainable place to live and work. Our mission and action is programming that provides neighborhood revitalization and small business support, keeping and growing the businesses we know and love in Wheat Ridge. In simpler form, we provide connection. Connection to business, connection to community.
This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Meg Smith.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Today, I'm here with Mike Ford with Surge Kickboxing. Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So tell us a little bit more about Surge Kickboxing.
So we are a kickboxing fitness gym that has other martial arts as well. We're in Arvada, and we actually just had our 4-year anniversary 2 days ago. So
awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Excellent. So you do a lot of probably group classes, maybe some personal training.
It's kind of a mixture of both. We don't really have any classes. It's kind of like you come in and you go through a circuit. There's always a trainer there who's coaching you through. It's not really, it's kind of hard to describe without showing you. So I'll do my best, but it's not really a class per se.
Yeah. But then you have that attention from the trainer who's on staff.
That's correct. Yeah. So basically you're kind of getting a personal training session without having to do it. The one thing that I've seen with classes over the years is if there's people who need modifications or the demographic is different, for example, you have like a 25-year-old to a 50-year-old, the 25-year-old is going to not need as much attention as the 50-year-old would. So now we've kind of eliminated that problem. So everyone gets the attention that they need.
Nice. So that's awesome. I love the one-on-one attention because that's one of those sports where you wouldn't know exactly what to do
Right.
and how to prevent injury and be, also progressing, right? And improving. So that's awesome. So tell me about your journey. How did you end up in this?
So I started martial arts when I was 5 years old, so a long time ago. And, it was a great journey for me. I got to travel around the world. I was on Team USA, all of the good stuff. And then I got into fitness training when I was about 20 years old, and I wanted to become a physical therapist, but I didn't have the time or motivation to go to school and dedicate all those hours to becoming a doctor. So I got into personal training and things along those lines, and worked for a few gyms here and there, worked a couple corporate jobs and some sales and stuff like that. And then I, went back to fitness training and kind of fell into an opportunity where the gym I was working for was selling. So I didn't buy the brand per se, but I did buy all the equipment and then started with my own brand, and kind of everything fell into place from there.
That's awesome. So yeah, you've been on this path since you were a tiny kid.
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing. So that, really creates some expertise in you, especially if you were competing at a national level.
Yeah.
Or international, because you were on the U.S. team. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, and now you're right here in Arvada. How lucky are we?
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me, are there any hardships that you've gone through in starting the business? Anything in the last 4 years? Obviously, COVID is a big one that comes to mind, but yeah. I'm sure you've, survived it because you're here now.
Yeah, I mean, COVID was definitely difficult, just everyone not knowing what to do. It wasn't like there was any mentors that could be like, well, we've been through this before. Here's how to navigate this. So that was definitely tough. I'm very grateful for the community we've created at Surge, because without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. And even though it was, 2 months of lockdown and couldn't go to the gym and things like that, they were very supportive and stuck with us and came back. Another one that we had, a hardship that we had, was 2021. there was that cold snap in February that was, it got down to very, negative degrees, and our heating failed and a pipe burst in the gym and flooded the gym. And that was definitely difficult. But I think that, looking back, we were able to navigate being closed and how we're going to handle everything. And, it was unfortunate that we were treated the way we were during the situation, just because I don't own the building and I'm just a small business owner with, not $1 million to try and do everything and whatever. So I learned some good, like another set of, I learned how to drywall and plumb and all that stuff because I did all the repairs myself. So that was a tough one, but now things are great and we're actually moving to a bigger location. So that's going to happen sometime this month and we're really excited about it.
That's fantastic. So where's the new location going to be?
So it's going to be, right now we're on 64th and Ward, right behind Starbucks. Where we're moving to is 64th in Indiana. There's the Storyline Church, that big plaza that's right there. We're going to be directly behind that where Red Silo Coffee is. There's the Lukey Brewery. We're directly behind that. So we're really excited about moving over there.
Nice. Well, I've met the owner of Red Silo before, so I think that's kind of a fun business to be near,
Yeah, definitely. He's actually going to join the gym very soon. Once we move, basically. She sent me a few pictures because her office looks directly into our new space. So
nice.
She's always updating me with everything that's going on. So
that's fantastic. I think that'll be a great, partnership. So
yeah, definitely.
Awesome. And look at you learning how to plumb and drywall. This is like the age of YouTube, right? So we all can learn. My husband has done so much of these types of jobs in the house, but also, built like a tree house and a pond with a waterfall, and it's all from YouTube.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's awesome. Good for you. I feel like, my parents and their parents, that's what they would have done, right? They would have learned the skill, done it themselves. There's no way they would have been able to hire someone, right? And so I feel like we're circling back to that now and learning how to do things. Not that it's not amazing to have these specialists out there, right? But, if you're in a pinch and they're not taking care of you the way they should, you're doing it. So that's awesome that you rolled up your sleeves and
yeah, for sure,
figured it out. Well, that's great. So I'm excited for the move. So it's a bigger space.
Yeah, it's much bigger. Right now we're in about 1,800 square feet. So we're moving to 4,500. We're going to be able to add some more programs and, it's not very far. You wouldn't think that the demographic would change so much, but it does. And we're really excited. So
that's amazing. Well, excellent. We'll have to have you back on and hear how it's going. So that's great. So I understand you're working in your passion. This is what you grew up doing, but there must be probably some other things you do for fun. So I heard the dogs in the background. Yeah. You probably are spending a lot of time with them. Tell us about, what Mike does when he's not working.
I like to play golf. I like to ski when it's cold, when it's winter time. I will say that the skiing has been a little more difficult with traffic and only being able to go on the weekends and things like that. So sometimes that's not as fun, but yeah, I like to play golf, ski, hang out with my dogs, take them to the dog park. We have a nice yard in our backyard, so I spend a lot of time outside with them and just kind of relax. And I still like to train and practice myself, but I think the business part of it has taken some of the passion away, but there's other ways that I've been able to keep that, fire burning and still focus on it. So
awesome. Yeah, this is such a great, place that we live in to to find fun things to do. Not hard at all.
Right, definitely.
So if there was one thing you wanted all of our listeners to know about Surge Kickboxing, what would that be?
I think that it is open for anyone. We have so many people that come in, or they'll see an ad for us and they'll be like, well, I have this, that, and the other, or I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny, or whatever they think that they can't do it, whatever their reason they think they can't do it is. And what we've seen is that if you try, you'll succeed. Any of the trainers are going to be there to help you. It doesn't matter if you've never done kickboxing or any type of martial arts, all the way up to a professional. We're going to take good care of you. The community is going to have your back. All the other members are going to have your back. All the trainers are going to have your back. The dogs are going to have your back. I think a lot of times people hear the word kickboxing and they get intimidated. If it's something you've ever wanted to try, I always think it's huge, especially for women, to learn some self-defense aspects of it. I think that it's a very empowering for anyone of any age to, learn it, because it's not like you're just going to come in and we're going to say, okay, do 20 punches and 20 kicks on the bag. We're going to walk you through how to punch correctly, how to kick correctly. If you have any limitations, we can cater to that. We've had people with serious neck injuries, leg injuries, broken feet, broken ankles, broken wrists, all the stuff. So I just encourage everyone, if you've ever been interested in it, to check it out. Obviously it's not for everyone. So, no harm, no foul. But if you've ever been interested, check it out and do your best to leave your excuses at the door. That's one thing that I think separates us from a lot of other gyms, is we try and work on the mindset piece. As well as, it's a mind, body, spirit situation when you come in. So we like to focus on the mindset. And if you think you can't do it, then you probably can't do it. But if you think you can do it, then you definitely can. And we're going to encourage you to try and give it your best shot. So
that's awesome. And so what is the best way for folks to get in touch with you, Mike? If they have questions about the gym, how should they reach out?
So our website is probably best. Usually at the top of our website, there's a banner that, usually, we kind of cycle through different, programs, I guess. Right now we're running a 12-week transformation program. So it's a very intensive 12-week long, program where you're going to learn all the basics. You're going to work out. We're going to track your, body fat percentage and skeletal muscle mass and nutrition and all of that stuff. But anyway, if you go to our website, there's ways you can try a free class. You can just click on there and schedule the free class. Or on our Instagram or Facebook, it's Surge Kickboxing HQ. Either of those are good ways. They come directly to my phone or whoever's working the front desk. Or call us, whatever works, or just come in. We have many avenues to get a hold of us. So any of them work. Is the main thing is, and the hardest thing is the first step through the door. Once you make it through the door, then you're going to be able to let your guard down a little bit and see that it's other people just like you, coming in. It's not, we don't have a bunch of pro kickboxers who are trying to beat people up or anything like that. So yes, all of the above.
Excellent. And it's surgekickboxing.com.
Yes.
Excellent. And Surge Kickboxing HQ on social.
Facebook and Instagram. Yes.
Perfect. And then when people visit your channels, because you have that move coming up, it's probably a good idea to just check out, if you've switched locations, depending on when they listen.
There won't be any, transition period. Basically, I have everything at the new gym. It's just finishing. There's the last little, hoops they got to jump through with the city and stuff like that. So once that's done, we have all the equipment there. We're going to lay it all down and go. But until then, we're operating at the old location until that one is ready, gives us the A-OK to go. So once that's done, I will update everything. It doesn't take long. I just got to change it. But until then, definitely reach out and make sure we're at the certain place. But it is only a few blocks away. So if you do end up going to the old location, there'll probably be a
pop
sign.
over.
we've moved. Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview today, Mike. I really appreciate your time, and you have a great story, and I'm happy to share it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been good.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpwestdenver.com. That's gnpwestdenver.com or call 720-295-9588.